Pay close attention, my youngster. Your sentiments right now are not random. There is a cause for the silent silence around you. Your spirit is asking you to go within. Your spirit is going through a transition that is affecting your body. You should embrace this change. You are different, my child. You shouldn't just fit in with everyone else. This moment was meant to happen. This is how I work in your life. Even now, when you read these lines, you may feel something stirring deep inside. Your inner self knows this. Truth. You could have felt a heavy heart, exhaustion that doesn't go away with sleep, or restlessness that keeps you up. These aren't merely indicators of stress in life, my darling. They point to something holy happening inside of you. I am getting your body ready for the plan I have for you. This period of transformation is the start of a holy plan. I'm making your body ready for what's to come. Your body will change as your soul does, my darling. Your strength and the way you breathe, everything is coming together the way I want it to. Don't draw back now, my dear. Don't shrink yourself. Be totally present in both your body and your soul so that I can accomplish my job through you. When I hoist you up in your soul, my child, your body is also lifted. Your body is important. It's not simply a place to live for a short time. It's a precious sanctuary I've made for myself, and I'm getting it ready to hold more of myself right now. Some people might not get what's going on within you, my kid. They will be correct when they say you are different. Those I have set apart always go through this transition, which starts silently inside them before anyone else sees it. My kid, the tiredness you feel is not a burden, but a message. The feelings in your heart, the way you feel tight, the heat in your hands or feet. These are indicators that your body is getting ready to let me in. My spirit is making space for you. Every shiver, pang, every tear that falls without an apparent reason. These are some of the things that are going on. I'm very close, my darling, closer than the air you breathe. This is the sign you asked for, my little kid. What your body is feeling is how I am presenting myself to you. Your body is getting set to do what I told your soul to do. You are being changed, strengthened, and steadied. Yes, my darling, this can make you feel uneasy. It always happens when I change things inside you. What keeps you going is the peaceful tranquility you carry that the world doesn't get. Stable, even when your body doesn't feel right. This is how you can tell it's me doing this. I'm starting to work on you, my child, to the fundamental structure of your body. This link is more than simply a feeling. It is real. It is real. The holy presence I'm casting on you will do more than just affect your spirit. It will fill your whole body. You may realize that you want to eat different things, sleep differently, or be in a different place. These things are not going away, my child. They are part of you getting set. I am giving you greater space for my strength, and such strength demands a body that is equipped to hold it. My darling, I'm not only getting you ready to accomplish things, I'm getting your breathing ready to hold my life, your steps ready to tread my road, and your eyes ready to see what is not seen. My dear, you are getting ready for something serious. Some people might not be able to handle how full my presence is in your life, but you are meant to be here now. You have dealt with problems that other people couldn't. Now, you will have to shoulder a weight that others can't. Yes, my darling, you will need to pay attention to this. Yes, you will have to follow my lead, but traveling with me will bring forth your holy power and clear understanding. Your body will feel what I want you to do. This isn't just a sensation of exhilaration, my darling. It is holy. I'm talking to your body right now. The shaking, the chill, and the silence you experience are all signs that I am touching you. Listen to what your body is telling you. I am getting ready for my child. You asked for a richer experience, and here it is. Will you accept the holy discomfort that comes with it? I am not only reaching your spirit, my kid. I am getting to the structure of your body. Your bones are getting their function. You are not alone, my darling. These words are the proof you wanted. This time shouldn't go by without changing you. Do you feel it in your bones? That profound, long-lasting pain that nothing in the world can touch. The tiredness that sleep doesn't repair. The peculiar tightness in your chest or shoulders, as if your body knows something is coming that you can't see yet. You have sought for reasons, my kid. You could assume these sensations are caused by stress, bad habits, or concern. But your soul understands the greater reality. This isn't simply being tired physically. It's the beginning of a big transition. Your body is already responding to a movement in your soul, my dear. Don't attempt to forget about it, my child. Don't. Tell yourself that these sensations don't important. You have worked hard to keep up with the pace of the world, but the world doesn't know what's going on within you because the spiritual stirring you feel comes from my being close, not from the world. This isn't sickness, my child, and it's not just being exhausted. Your body is picking up on my precious effort. My dear, you are going through a time of transformation that is affecting both your body and your spirit. It typically hurts at first during times like this. What feels like being stuck in the cold, a tomb is only the quiet time before the stone is moved. My child, the force that draws rebirth from death is working to make a wonderful new morning for you. The odd pains, the sleep that keeps getting disrupted, and the heightened awareness. These things do have meaning, my child. They are notes. Your body knows when it's time, my kid, even before your brain really gets it. Your body is feeling me, my kid. My spirit talks to your spirit, and also through your body. You wake up in the early morning hours, beloved, not because you are frightened, but because your spirit is responding my call. You feel heavy within, my child, not because you're afraid, but because I'm there with you. My child, you are not broken. You're just getting conscious. Listen to me, my kid. What I'm telling you now is not just an idea. It is becoming your current reality. You have gone through hard times and waited patiently in silence. You are now starting again, and it starts deep inside your body. My child, I have gotten rid of what I didn't need. You may now hold what I'm giving you. I am now filling you with my holy strength. This isn't a transient emotion or a sudden surge of enthusiasm. It's a continuous strength that supports, grounds, and prepares you. You may have observed, my dear kid, that you are less tolerant of some locations, persons, or everyday routines. This is because your body is picking up on things that don't fit with the holy presence I'm putting on you. You need more time alone, more quietness, and more quiet place just to be. This is not leaving my child behind. I am putting you aside for my own reasons. I am making space for you in your outside existence by first making space for you within, my child. It's not only what's going on outside of you. Your body needs are changing. What used to make you happy doesn't do so now. Things that used to make you laugh now make you tired. Your body is aware of everything. That doesn't help you with the precise calling I've given you. My child, this isn't about following rigorous rules. It's about getting ready. You are being prepared, my dear child, to take on spiritual duties. A heavenly weight will come down on you, your strength, your words, and your acts. This is why you feel so deeply in your body. My child, you are carrying plans, direction, objectives, and freedom for others that they can't see yet. That can be seen. You are going through life with profound thoughts that are trying to come out, my kid. This is why it's hard to stay motionless. This is why your discomfort is holy. Your mission is not to make you feel better, my darling. Your job is to show that I'm here. I am letting you feel this physical intensity, not to make you feel bad, but to get you ready. I want every part of you to be ready when I say it's time to go. Your mind, your heart's desires, and your body. This is about giving me everything. And it's occurring right now. You could feel like you're fighting with yourself, but you're not becoming weaker. I am putting you back in line. Your capability isn't going away. I'm making it stronger in new ways. Don't fight what's happening. Let this change happen. You need to be able to do what comes next, not simply want to. I am giving you the tools you need. You could feel shaky, have strange dreams, or notice changes in your vitality. All of these things are part of the process. What do you trust? I am doing it. You told me to work through you, my kid. Before I send you into the intensity of your calling, I make sure you can handle it. My strength doesn't rest on things that aren't ready, so I get your physique ready first. This is what you're feeling right now. The alterations, the tweaks, and the sorting out of things that weren't right within. Don't resist it. Say hello to it. This work is sacred. My darling, a big calling is coming. Not a hardship, but a holy duty. Your body will feel it as it settles on you. The shape has to be strong enough to hold it. That's why your body is a part of this process. My dear kid, I know what I want you to do, even if you don't completely understand it now. It is not a trivial issue. It has a lot of meaning and is linked to eternal truth. Your body is not letting you down. It is turning into a hallowed place, becoming a place to live for me, becoming the way I can demonstrate my strength. The profound size you sense has sanctity. The fact that you're fatigued means I'm getting closer. You are being put aside for a certain reason. My kid, this separation is happening in both your soul and your body. You know what I'm talking about, right? How your daily life is changing without you even trying. How you suddenly don't desire the things you used to want. Some cuisines, fun things to do, and discussions. How your body feels bad in places where you used to feel good. This isn't merely a change in mood. Your spirit and body are moving away from things that don't belong with me. As I pull you closer, your body starts to move away from what is normal. You are creating a sacred line inside of you. It's not disobedience, it's a holy inability to accept anything that doesn't suit the role I set for you. I am making your body holy. I'm not only altering the way you think, I am cleaning your body. This isn't about obeying the rules, it's about getting ready. You are not hallucinating things when some connections make you feel tired. You are not overreacting when you feel a weight in locations that look fine to other people. You have left those places behind. Your spirit will feel heavy if your body stays there. Your discomfort is a symptom. I'm moving you in your mind, then in your heart, and now in your body. This bodily drawing away might seem like being alone. You can feel yourself pulling away, turning down invites, and without completely knowing why. But I know that by getting you closer to me, I can get you ready without any distractions. I'm not trying to get rid of you. I am making you clean. What you think is being alone is really being protected. My heavenly care is all around you. It's not only about people, my child. You see the same difference in the way you live your life. Now, staying up late makes you feel heavy in your heart. Eating unhealthy food makes your body feel heavy. Being with other people for too long makes you feel empty. This isn't simply feeling bad. It's your inner knowing getting clearer. Instead of giving in to its own wants, your body is choosing to be in step with me. This is what happens to the people I set aside. You are not only learning how to control, I'm changing you from the inside out. This means getting rid of things that don't serve the purpose I have for you anymore. And it means letting your body go through this process of being clean. I'm giving you strength not just to get through tough times, but also to grow. Your energy is even altering. You feel exhausted in places that used to make you feel better. This happens because your inner self is now in charge and your body is getting used to its new rhythm. This is what it's like to be different from others. You used to do what your body wanted, but now your body is learning to listen to what your soul wants. Yes, this causes friction, my dear, but it also generates amazing strength. When I start to lift someone up, I don't merely summon their spirit, I also talk to their bodies. My spirit is not simply in your head, my kid. You may feel my presence in you right now, my child, touching every part of you, how you feel about the world, what you want, and how you act. This job is to get rid of anything that might make you feel heavy or stop you from being completely honest with me. You can feel like you're losing or changing things because you're letting go of things that don't match the route I'm leading you down. Please know that this isn't a punishment, my darling. It's a chance to become entire. I don't want to dominate you. I want to fill you with myself. But I can't take up space that is already taken up by things that go against my nature. So I carefully, purposefully, and always with deep love, empty you out until your deepest wants are clear, your hopes are plain, and your instant reactions are like mine. You will feel lighter as you let go more and more. You will move in a different way, think more clearly, and breathe more easily. People around you will notice and may not know what's going on. Some people might not like how you've changed. Some people might say you've changed too much, but you don't have to explain yourself to them. The changes you can see in your body are proof of my efforts. No need for explanations. All you have to do is keep following my orders. When I clean anything, I get rid of all the old stuff. I am completely changing you, my kid, even how you feel, how you react right away, and how you usually act. This is more than simply getting a pardon. It is being brought back to its full state. And absolutely, your body will reveal its thanks. There will be less strain. The discontent inside will go away. The tiredness will go away, not just because you are resting, but also because you are coming back into alignment with me. Your body was never meant to hang on to stress. It was made to hold me. And now, my dear kid, you are beginning to see that change. This happens in steps, one decision after another. Deciding to walk with me instead of looking for comfort. Picking my design for you above your urges. Choosing my intimacy over, for a short time. Let other people wonder about the distinctions they notice in you, my kid. Let them wonder why you're so motionless. You are not becoming smaller. You are getting clearer. You aren't falling apart. You are coming out. And your body is finally becoming used to the way I want it to move. Not everyone will be able to follow the path I have set forth, and that truth rings true in your body just as it does in your mind. That sense of being far apart from others doesn't mean I'm pushing you away, my kid. I am leading you down a different path. I'm letting you go of certain bonds, not because I'm mean, but to get you ready. I am calling you to a place where no one else was supposed to go. You have seen this change happen. People who used to be close suddenly seem far away. Before, conversations flowed freely, but now they feel empty. Some places' vibe might even make your body tense up. Your inner self recoils. You realize that you can't make yourself feel better. You can't stay in situations that lessen the reason I have for you. Something inside of you screams, "No more." That silent voice inside you is your calling protecting itself. There is a reason you feel like you are pulling away, not just in your soul, but also in your body and your feelings. You were never meant to take everyone with you. When I set you apart, my dear child, I also make space around you. This isn't meant to hurt you. It's meant to make you better. The exact assignment I have for you requires a lot of focus and concentration, needs some space between them. Yes, this can hurt occasionally. You miss the comfort of what was known, the ease of your old routines, and the simplicity of relationships where you didn't have to explain yourself. As you become older, my kid, you'll know when it's time to let go of things you've already moved on from. Your inner consciousness typically sees this fact before your feelings do, even if these are people, routines, or places you used to care a lot about. Have you seen this, my beloved? The feeling of tightness that comes over you when you're among some folks. The deep tiredness that comes not from what you've done, but just from being around some things. You could feel exhausted in your soul after a simple meeting, as if your fundamental self had touched something it shouldn't have. That is how my instruction is coming via your body. Sometimes I don't talk to people. I spoke through tiredness, through a feeling bad when your body fights chaos or bends the truth. This isn't anger, my child. This is how I set you apart. Fear makes you want to grab onto everyone closely, but the power I give you lets you let them go. Affection involves letting go of those who can't go with you on the path ahead, and a smart person knows how important it is to follow my guidance, even when it feels lonely. Letting go of people doesn't mean you're abandoning them, my dear. It means you won't give up the unique calling I have given you. Not everyone is meant to be with you during this time in your life, and that's not a small thing. It is a component of my holy plan. If you go away, it means you have been chosen. You have been chosen for a job that requires your full attention. You can't really heal if you keep returning back to where you got harmed. If you are making yourself smaller to create others, you can't grow without limits. Be at ease. You have tried to make sense of the changes that are happening inside you. Now, my darling, your body is sending signals. You feel uneasy when you talk about things you shouldn't be a part of, feeling nervous in places that aren't right for you. That is a message from me. You are different from them, and that's fine. Growth frequently comes sadness, a silent loss for what was. Even as you move forward into what is ahead, don't mistake the sorrow of saying goodbye for failure. My dear, you are not falling apart. You are getting used to the holy arrangement. I have for you a life that reflects the value of what you have. This isn't being cocky. This is protection. It is the ability to tell who is on your side and who is against you. You can still love other people and go forward. You may honor the past without giving up the future I've planned for you. If I decide to, there could be a time when we can reconnect. You should follow the road I show you. You, my kid, not the road that everyone else chooses. Don't listen to what other people say, listen to me. This might entail leaving behind what seems safe, especially if it means leaving behind what feels simple. The calling I have for you is more than simply a passing interest. It needs you to give it your all. At first, it may seem like you're giving up everything by totally committing to this adventure, but it will give you something far more significant. So if your ties start to change, don't hold on very tightly. Don't fight it if your days feel less busy. If your heart is no longer chasing what it used to, trust that it is. I'm getting you ready for times when you'll need all of you. You can't be half-hearted right now, not with what's coming up. Let it go, my kid. Not with rage, but with calm acceptance. Not with dread, but with faith. The manner I'm showing you how to do things is something I've previously done. To go where you want to go, you need to be a person who doesn't feel the need to explain why you are set aside or why you listen to me. Even if the route ahead looks narrow, remember that I am right there with you. Not a lot of people go this route, but those who do convey a holy light. You are one of them. The evil forces are scared of what your body can handle, which is why you are having problems with it. Your body is currently in a spiritual battle even if you don't know it, and you've been facing this opposition for a long time without realizing it. Those occasions when you felt sick for no reason, all of a sudden feeling tired or heavy for no reason. Know that these things did not happen by chance. The darkness knows that you are special to my plan and has tried to slow you down before my spirit works forcefully through you. This is a war in the invisible world, but it's happening in your body. Some fights are aimed at your mind. Some individuals are more interested in how you connect with others. But this one is different. It goes for your strength to keep going, your health and your energy, your body's capacity to deal with. It wants to make you too tired to reach for me, too weak to move ahead, and too unsure to move forward. The goal is to make you doubt your own competence until you give up the status I have given you. But pay close attention, my dear. Being weak doesn't mean you failed. It's a message, an indication that something good is happening inside you. The challenge isn't happening because you don't have enough content. It is happening because you have something valuable. The other side is getting stronger. Not because you've lost your way, but because you're standing just where something timeless is happening. People that are against you don't waste their time on people who don't matter. The stress you have suffered is not a punishment. It is proof. It may be hard, but it won't beat you. Attacks from the unseen world may hurt your body, but they can't change the future I have prepared for you. They could hurt your body, but they can't break the plan I have for you. People who don't want someone to do a unique duty merely prove that the task is genuine. The evil powers are watching you. They bring you problems when you are at your weakest, when you are tired, alone, or sad. The gloom makes a hushed suggestion. You don't have what it takes, so look. But that's not true. My dear, your real strength doesn't come from your body. It stems from the goal I set for you. You were picked not because you are perfect. You were picked because you want to be. And if you want, I'll fill the emptiness you feel. I will fix what looks broken. You may feel weak, yet you are still selected. Yes, my child. Sometimes your breath seems short, your arms and legs feel heavy, and your thoughts are all over the place. But my job is going on smack in the middle of that problem. My spirit is giving you life. What looks like pain is really a holy unfolding. This is why you need to protect your body, my little kid. Not because you're scared, but because things pull you away. You are about to hold something important. So, you have to offer me your body. Be careful about what you let into your body and spirit. Don't take what makes you less. Accept what goes along with how I am directing you. This is not a punishment. It's getting you ready. And certainly, it might seem lonely. Not everyone knows what you have. Not everyone can tell what your body goes through without making a sound. But that's part of being selected. Before you go on to what others will see, the vital job happens in silence. So pay attention to this reality. The reality that the bad guys want you to forget. This isn't the end. It is the start. You are learning how to move with power via this difficulty. You are learning how to talk with confidence. You are learning how to control your body and do what I say. You can't give in to tiredness now that you've gone so far. My design makes it evident that you are too different to break under pressure. This is not going to be easy. It is a holy stretch. You are becoming bigger, and even now your body is starting to match your desire to follow. The dark forces may change how you feel, but they can't change who I want you to be. It could slow you down, but it can't stop the promise I made to you. It could injure your physical self, but it cannot prohibit my soul from traveling through you. You have been chosen. I made you so that you would feel weak sometimes. What I'm accomplishing in you includes the pain you're feeling, and even your tired, shivering, and coming alive body is about to carry my presence in a manner you have never felt before. I'm changing the way you live inside yourself. You may feel like you're falling apart, but really you're being put back together in a new way. Not just in your head or emotions, but also in your body. Your body is getting stronger. Every time you feel uneasy, whenever you feel abnormally tired or tight, or like you're being stretched, remember this. You are not breaking down. A sacred shift is taking place in your heart. You are changing, not only on the inside, but in every part of your life. The holy design I have for you requires a home to live that is ready. I'm not just fixing what's broken, I'm making the basis stronger. This is why you feel different within, why certain things you used to want are now less important, why you can't be in some places or situations anymore in some locations or circumstances. I'm getting you ready. You can feel slower today, like you can't keep up with how fast you used to be. You are not being lazy. You are not flawless. You are being corrected. I'm gently taking away the bustle of the world and bringing back a sacred pace inside you. Now, taking time to relax is a sacred thing. Being silent is a holy place. It is vital to stand stationary. This is not weakness, my little kid. This is getting you ready. You can't just tell your body what to do anymore. It has been picked for something larger. You are becoming more aware of the sacred path I am taking you on. There are ways for your body to protect itself. Not only does it keep you healthy, but it also makes you full in soul. The tightness you feel, the uneasy feeling within, and the shaking that happens sometimes. These sensations aren't simply random. They are in a heavenly clearing. I'm making space for more of me to fit within you. My dear, you were always meant to be. Your body was made with a sacred purpose. Now I'm going to take you back to how I initially made you. The truth I put deep inside you before you ever breathed a breath. I am helping you recall who you really are at your core. There is a holy manner that this renewal happens. First, I gradually untie what was established without my help. After that, I let go of what the weight of the world or past hurts had done to me. Then I occupy the space you give me. You are now in that part of you where I am at peace with you, and where you are renewed. And sure, it does feel odd. It feels like you're not quite yourself, like you're in between. That's because you are. You are in the middle of who you were and who you are becoming. That place is unique ground. I frequently labor the hardest at this time of adjustment. It's where your body stops pushing back and starts to take in. You might be wondering why this is all about your body. I want more than simply what you say or do. I miss you, my darling. I want you to be with me. How? How you move across the world, how you see things, and how you interact with others physically. When others are near to you, I want them to sense me through you. This demands you to be available to me with your full body. This is why your wants have changed. You don't desire items that are quick or don't have much to them anymore. You want what is not with me. Your body is moving away from things that don't fuel your soul. It has to be cared for quietly and gently, and it needs to move with my schedule. It's not only about being in charge, it's about becoming in line with what is sacred. Your sleep patterns have changed too. You wake up at strange times, not because you're scared, but because my soul is establishing your inner clock. I want you to be awake when I'm very close by and when I impart exceptional knowledge. I am making your sense of time resemble mine. This is what makes people feel bad. Why memories of the past come back. I'm not making you uncomfortable for no reason. My kid, I'm gently assisting things that shouldn't be there anymore leave you. The sorrow, the hard things you have to deal with. As you go through this, these things are leaving you. Don't believe that these things are merely happening by happenstance. No, they aren't. They are messages from me. I am making you ready to carry more of me than you ever have before. You need to be ready and strong for this divine wholeness. Before I give you more of myself and what I want you to accomplish, I am building you strong on the inside. You could cry and not know why. Feel weak where you used to feel strong. Feel fatigued even when you haven't done anything. A lot. These aren't problems, my dear youngster. They help you get back on your feet. You are being made unique, kept protected, and prepared for what is to come. You wanted to know more about what I desire for you. Now everything about you is being changed to fit that. You're not falling apart. I'm giving you a new start. Don't fight this divine letting go. Your body doesn't tell you that you've failed. It's a sacred cleansing. The tension in your body and the sense of being on edge within. Your eyes feel fatigued after not getting enough sleep. This isn't the end for you. It's pulling apart things that don't match with what I want you to do. And even if it feels hard, it's truly my generosity working inside you. You begged me to use you, my dear. You said send me. But to be sent out, you have to let go. Not to hurt you, but to let the true you out. The one I implanted in you from the very beginning. This is a sacred shift that is happening to your body. My spirit isn't making it hard for me to punish you. This is a holy cleaning. The world's roughness absolutely tears everything down. But when I let things soften, it's so I can build anew. Not merely mend what was wrong, but build something new. Something that can hold me and my strategy better. This is why you've been feeling things more strongly. Small things feel like too much. Your body reacts to stress in a new way now. You are not weak now, my kid. It's because you are open. And I typically get the most done with those who can really feel things. This letting go helps you feel things more. Yes, but it doesn't make you weak. It helps you see things without being scared. It takes down the walls you built to stay safe, taking you back to the heart of the person I formed, completely depending on me, breathing with my spirit, waiting for my hand to guide you. I held you the whole time, and certainly there were things that weren't perfect and places that weren't finished, but I didn't get rid of you. I didn't seek for another person. I took you as you were, exhausted, grappling with your shortcomings and starting this job over with you. This letting go doesn't mean I'm leaving. I'm carefully working to make you new. That's why the way you generally do things is messed up. What felt lovely previously now seems empty. What used to give you strength now makes you exhausted. I'm helping you not feel comfortable with things that used to make you feel bad. My darling, you are not broken. You're growing inside. You're letting go of things that merely helped you get by, not really live. This feeling uncomfortable is a heavenly feeling. The pain, the stiffness, the sudden heat or tremor, these things all have a reason. They prove that I'm operating deep inside you. When I'm around, things have to change. Things change when I'm around. Some days you feel like everything is being taken away from you, but the truth is that everything is coming out. The sensation of uneasiness is pushing the truth to the surface. It is taking away strength that wasn't real, comfort that didn't endure, and who you believed you were. Where that wasn't real. And what is left is real, honest, beautiful, and sacred. This letting go isn't simply changing your body, my little kid. It means putting an end to ways of being that have been in your family for a long time. Difficult times, old habits, fear, and weighty things that aren't talked about. I'm working through you in a profound way to halt these things. This is why you could occasionally feel really heated inside. You aren't the only one being cleansed. It is a piece of art that touches you deeply, and the people who lived here before you. And sure, this holy letting go is for you, but it's not just for you. What I'm doing inside of you, my child, will make things easier and stronger for others. This hard moment you are going through is performing crucial work on the inside. Others will find strength and assistance during this hard journey. The tough experiences you go through have a significance that transcends beyond your own life. You are becoming a safe refuge and a source of food for the people around you. Every tear you cry, every time you shake, every time you feel unhappy at night, you are eating something inside you that will never go away. So please don't ignore this job I'm doing. Stay with it. Know what it's for. Take care of your physique. When you're feeling bad, put your hand on your chest. When your mind is full with confused thoughts, say what is true. You are not being penalized. You are being prepared. I have asked you to carry my presence with you, not simply information about me. You should hold my be real and not just talk about me. Your body needs to follow my will for this to happen. Because of this hard time, this coming together is happening today. This sense of being pushed. It feels gloomy, lengthy, and unjust, though. It is making something that will last and be incredibly useful. When this is done, you will be different. This shift has to happen. The person you used to be can't handle what I'm delivering you. The part of you that craved more couldn't stay the same. Yes, this labor is hard and painful, my child, but it also makes you whole. This time is sacred. Don't be mad that I'm opening up like this. When I aim to do something really wonderful, I let everything fall apart. Your body is telling me when I'm ready to transfer my child. Your body knows that something is changing in a location you can't see before your mind does. That's why you've been feeling a little weird lately, like something isn't right, and places that used to seem normal make you nervous. Your body is not letting you down. It is aware of what is real. When the timing is right for me, your body will be the first part of you to sense it. You know what this feels like, right? A weight that doesn't seem to have anything to do with your daily existence. A sense of strain that appears too intense for what's going on around you. That emotion isn't simply typical worry. The deepest part of you is getting advice, and your body is attempting to become adapted to it. I get you ready before I utilize your voice, before you can say it. You can feel it inside. You have it inside you before you live it out. This is why the transformation has to start deep inside you. This is one method I tell you what I want to do. I go to my everlasting destination, and before you know it, your body starts to travel with me. The indications are silent sometimes, my dear. Getting up early without an alarm, wanting to go without eating for no obvious reason, a weight that you can't put into words, a sudden surge of energy for no cause, a great desire to be quiet and relax. Your body is responding to the impulses from my soul. The way you respond to me has always included your body. It knows what you've been hiding deep down inside. You may not name it that, but you are quite aware of it, and you feel uneasy inside and your body is shaking. These prove that you can feel me moving. The way I talk to you is partly based on your body. You can tell what I'm going to do before I tell you. Listen attentively now, my youngster. I can see where you are standing in the calm, and I know how heavy the silence has been for you. A huge thing has just happened, and it's time for you to know the truth about what they believed was over and what this moment really means for where you are now. People who silently pulled away from you now feel a heavy grief. What they thought would be the end for you was instead the start of their own remorse. And indeed, they are having problems presently. Not only because you aren't in their life, but also because you are living in a way they never thought was possible. They are crying not because you are leaving, my darling, but because of the exciting life you will soon have. A life that is beyond their narrow understanding. You could feel a big change coming. They opted to focus on things that wouldn't last while you were advancing toward a moment that would show them how empty their lives were and make them feel miserable. And now the moment has come. There has been a change. Not really affecting you, my child, but making it harder for them to grasp things. It is a stark, hard truth that cuts through all the masks they wore. They cried in secret, inevitable places behind closed doors in the world they constructed for themselves by shutting you out. They worked hard to make you less. They didn't just go, they did it with contempt. They were cruel to you, all the while stealing from your inner self like thieves do, in the dark. They thought your spirit was weak and your eagerness to be open was a chance to take advantage of you. When they eventually pulled away from you, they did so with pride, sure that they had won. That same pride seems heavy now, my dear kid, since something vital has transpired. Not because of what you said, but because of who you have become. You have achieved a level they can't reach, gone higher, and shown traits they said you didn't have, and a lot more. And what they used to ignore is now a memory that won't go away. People may feel your presence even when you're not there. Your spirit resonates in areas people believed were only theirs. They are now watching in silence to observe how things are going. And the thing that bothers them the most is remembering. They remember what they said, what they did, and the truths they wouldn't admit. This recollection really bothers them. They cry now, my child, not because they miss being with you, but because they know how badly they treated you. They didn't simply lose a link. They lost their own peace of mind, their own chance to grow, and their own path forward. You weren't just a passing presence. You were the way to get to the things they said they wanted. They can see those things happening now, but they aren't a part of them. They cry in private because they think they are too important to say they were wrong. They are too proud to admitting that they let something valuable go. For now, people understand, my kid, that you didn't just get better. They can't reach you anymore since you changed into someone they don't know. They wanted peace. And now they remember that you had it in you all along. They wanted loyalty, and now they know it was with you. They wanted to be successful, move up, and find balance, but they shattered the relationship that would have helped them get there. And the way things happen makes sure that truths come out at the correct time. It makes sure they hear the quiet that comes from what they did. Every wonderful thing that happens to you now, my dear kid, every new chance you get, and every happy moment you have, it clearly displays the reality they attempted to hide. You weren't the problem. You were the way to go. And now their remorse isn't just a thought. It's something they really feel. It's not easy to say. It's the sort that keeps them from sleeping, that makes them go back to your route with forced calm, and that makes them... They look back at earlier conversations to see whether you showed any signs of weakness, and they stay quiet since saying the truth would imply admitting you were correct all along. They didn't care about your light. They now think of it as something they can't get to. Without you, they are less than they were before. They felt they were throwing away something that wasn't worth anything. Now they can't move ahead. They're stuck. There isn't a big effect here. It's just what they did that made it happen. It's not about getting back at them. It's about helping them comprehend how to get there. You're not displaying yourself differently now. It's them finally realizing who you really are. Let them cry, my kid. Let their pain show that you were right when they believed you were insignificant. They stated they wanted to be still, so let them be. Because things have changed a lot, not only for you, but also for them. And now they know that your power didn't come from wanting something. You were still because you were getting ready, And now you are the stark truth that they can't ignore. A lot of people know your name. You can't stop their misery or dull your light. They assumed you were done with your journey, but you were just taking a break. I planned that break, my dear child, not for their sake, but to get you ready. They really believed that your journey was over. To be clear, they were happy with what they viewed as your failure, maybe in silence or even in front of you while you weren't there. They believed you had stopped since you weren't talking. They thought your pause was the end of the line. They thought you were feeling battered since you weren't moving. But they didn't understand that your delay wasn't a conclusion. It was part of my plan. And now that very delay is what they dread most, my child, since you didn't remain hidden. You came out. They were happy when you weren't there and spoke cruel things in a subdued way. And you stayed calm. You let them enjoy their limited time. But not saying anything doesn't equal giving up. A lot of the time, great strength grows without anyone noticing. And that was exactly what was going on. You were getting stronger in ways you couldn't see, developing in silence, and being protected by something far bigger than what they said. Now they cry, my child, not because you're not with them anymore, but because the life you live now demonstrates that they had no right to declare your narrative was ended. This is what you need to know, my child. They thought, you failed because you stopped. But I made you wait like I was holding back an important part till the exact moment it was needed for a big change. You were meant to be here at this time. You weren't held back. You were being put in the right place. My dear youngster, they couldn't see this since their narrow view couldn't see the bigger picture. There were times, weren't there, my child? Times when you felt the pain of not knowing. You thought maybe they were correct. About you. You asked if you were really the person I made you to be. If you had fallen and couldn't get back up. That was exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to plant seeds of doubt so deep that they would block the road I intended for you, but you need to know this fact. You can't give up on the purpose that is part of who you are. You can take a break. Yes, you may feel really sad. You can walk through agony, but you won't be broken. And when you get through those tough moments, you'll have a quiet strength. They could never have thought of it. You weren't held back, my dear child. You're not falling behind. You are complete. You were getting ready for a day when people couldn't ignore you anymore. People who were against you now experience a new type of pain. They cry because they know they were wrong to celebrate early. They said it was over, but it never happened. They didn't see the greater reality. What looked calm and steady on the surface was actually taking root. You have become the person you were supposed to be, and the lies that were spoken about you are now coming back to haunt those who told them. Some others even hoped for your problems in secret. Let's talk straight, my darling. The truth was easier. They were scared. They could feel the calm strength in you. You didn't have to try or force anything, even when you were motionless and silent. Just being there was enough for them, and that made them anxious. Now it makes them sad. They cry when no one else can see. They cry while they are alone themselves. They feel ashamed when they think about what they said. They recall how they acted toward you. They remember putting you aside. And now they see your life happening in ways they said would never happen. My dear kid, this is what I need you to understand. They didn't make your light dim. I set this time so that it would have the most effect. Your trip is still on time. It shows itself at the perfect time for you, and yes, when it shows them specific things. This isn't chance. This is purpose, part of a bigger plan, and it's real. While they were happy that you weren't talking, you were getting stronger and more robust. They thought you were broken, but you were becoming stronger. And now, my dear, you are not only entire, you have a calm strength, not because you fight conflicts as they do, but because you are truth. And the truth doesn't ask for attention. It just shows up and changes everything around it. Let them cry. Let them feel the silent pain they thought would undo you. Let people see you, even if it's hard for them to handle. It took more than one day to make you who you are now. It took shape in moments that were not observed amid calm periods of doubt. You became real in a way that others could never replicate. They thought your trip was over. They put you down as someone who is easy to forget, a person whose disappearance wouldn't matter. But they forgot about my dear child. Some spirits never fade away. They come back with sharper eyesight and deeper strength, totally unyielding. They liked the break, yet it was the very place when you became your complete, unstoppable self. Now they talk about you again, but this time they don't know for sure what they want to say. They simply feel bad about the decisions they made in the past. They pay great attention to your journey. They look for your distinctive energy in others who can't hold it. They are sad not only because you are doing well today, but also because they are starting to comprehend that this was always going to happen. You are now completely avoiding the pathways they cut off to you and going toward locations they will never get to. You didn't just come back. You came back too far for them to reach. You didn't just get better. You went above and beyond what they had hoped for. They thought you were done. Now they cry because they know you were just getting started. People now talk about your name in places where it used to be ignored. They cut you out of their group, but now they talk about your development all the time. And now that same name is hard for them to deal with because it won't be calmed down. You are more present than ever, my kid, and you haven't had to say so. This is what makes them the most upset. You didn't get into a fight. You didn't react in a bad way. You didn't fight to get what you wanted. You gained respect by going through what they said would break you. You walked through their disdain without being hurt or scared. And now every location that used to make you feel tiny echoes your name. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Not as a warning, but as an example. They have a hard time accepting it, but they know it's true. They are too proud to say it out loud, but they keep a careful eye on you, silently watching and learning from the very spirit they sought to kill. People who used to ignore your name now say it quietly. My dear kid, as if it had a power that makes them remember what they lost. Doesn't it hurt them? They finally realize that you went above and beyond what they asked of you. And now that you are here, the atmosphere they tried to take control of. They left you out, kept you at a distance, and spoke badly about you, and tried to leave behind. But the way life works is that some people are needed at specific times. They took you out of the running. Now people look to you as the standard. They tried to ignore you, but now they can't. You become the example people have to follow, the norm they pretend to disregard but really measure themselves against. Let me be clear, my dear one. They didn't just tell you to go away. They were happy with it. They felt in charge when they left you out. When they made fun of your problems, they felt important. They liked your name when it was connected to pain, difficulty, or being alone. But now that name makes people uneasy. Your light makes them feel uncomfortable in a way they're not used to. Your successes get in the way of their small talk. Your name brings a silence that isn't peaceful, but one that loudly says the wrong thing they did. You never had to push your way into their hearts, which is amazing. You didn't want their approval. You weren't even attempting to get them to like you. What I have done to you, my child, is what really gets to them. You weren't trying to get them to agree with you. You were just getting used to the place I provided for you. You weren't attempting to show off, but now your mere presence is proof that you are. You didn't have to make other people smaller. You just became powerful enough that they couldn't not see you. People who said they would never say your name are suddenly saying it. You are the benchmark they use to judge themselves, the reason they are unsure, and the mirror that shows them their unhappiness. You are the proof they wish didn't exist, because it shows they bet against someone I care about. This isn't merely a way to get back at someone. This is when I show what I want to do. This is what occurs when I let the people I love do well when the moment is appropriate, my dear, not for fame or fame. To demonstrate the genuine nature of people who laughed when they pushed you away, not to get public praise. They attempted to quiet your name, but today it echoes even louder. They don't simply speak about you. They think of you with a certain amount of respect, not grief, since they didn't realize they were laying the scenario for how you would be remembered. And all they can do now is observe, because who you are now is really important, my kid, and those who don't understand it feel the distant. My child, you're not only physically there anymore. Get this. Your whole existence had a specific meaning. You were the soft force that others saw. The subject of their conversation was a clear example of what it means to develop. They thought they were better than you. Even when they pretended not to notice you or say anything, they learnt from you. They saw how serene and powerful you were when you were motionless and when you moved, the way you came back once things became bad, and when they say your name, it reminds them of what they wanted to forget but couldn't. Don't think that they are silent. That quiet is full with sadness. Every time people pause when they hear your name, they remember how they treated you. Every uncomfortable gesture, every unexpected shift in what they are talking about, and every strained grin that isn't easy, my dear kid, is uneasiness. That is grief they can't say out loud. That means they know that the one they turned from was the one who really needed to be there. Let them talk softly, let them whisper, and let them stay with the sound of your name, which is now more powerful than any praise they could give. You don't need their approval anymore. You are powerful enough as you are. What you've done is obvious proof. The way you move steadily is the last word. You were the one they didn't believe in. You are now the one who sticks out, the one who is respected, and the one at the center of everything. They couldn't hold you out of the place since you were the one thing that kept it stable. Let that fact sink in. They sent you away, and with you went the calm that came with you. They didn't just lose you. They lost the quiet that only came because of you. They thought they were helping themselves by pushing you out of the way. They told themselves they were getting rid of difficulties, getting rid of things that distracted them and protecting their own peace. But you need to know this. You were the calm, steady one. You were the reason for disarray. Not take over earlier. They never appreciated the clear manner of viewing things that you were. You were the one who kept them stable. The present they didn't know they had until you took it away. And suddenly their world seems louder than it was before. Their moment is full with confusion. Things that used to operate simply suddenly break down for no reason, and they ask, why does nothing feel right anymore? You were the safe spot. Your presence provided steadiness to the air around you, even when you did not know it. Your kind heart made things easier for them, even when they didn't see it coming. Your gentle spirit protected them until they didn't notice it was gone. Let me be clear. They didn't turn you away to keep themselves safe. They turned you away to make themselves feel important. But you were trying to keep things from falling apart around them, and now the way things are set up is getting weaker little by little. They can't fix it because you were the part that kept it stable. That kept it stable. It's like taking away the one thing that kept everything working together because you didn't like the sound it made. Now you realize that nothing works as it should. The moments aren't right. The flow is broken, and the one they tried to quiet was actually the one who brought things into order. They cry when no one is watching, not just because they miss you, but because they miss how their lives felt when you were around. The clear sight, the sense of purpose, the calm strength, that stable effect that kept their lives in balance. They perceive a lack now, and regardless of who they draw near or what they pursue, nothing brings lasting calm because what was within you was one of a kind. I put it there myself. And do not feel sad about going. Do not wonder if you should have stayed longer, worked harder, said more. The reality is, you were not intended to fix their inner brokenness. You were meant to shine with my light, not ask for leave to glow. I didn't lead you away from them to hurt them. I did it to keep you safe. I saw the change coming before they did. I saw the flaws in how they lived and led you away so you could truly thrive. Let them deal with the confusion and hardship because the peace they once knew was with them because of you, and they pushed it away. They took you lightly. Now the way you live teaches them a truth they can't ignore. They tried to make you seem less, but now you are the clear reality. That ended their wrong way of thinking. They didn't just laugh, they scorned. They didn't just talk, they twisted the truth. They thought they were smart, but all they did was get smaller as the important path I set out for you unfolded. And now that they have learned a deep lesson from the past, they can't escape it. You did more than just get back on your feet. You became the person they said you could never be. Down. That is the end of their mistaken view. Because your calm presence now stills their noise. Simply by being you, you quiet the empty talk. The one you have become shifts the whole picture in their former amusement. It has turned to unease now. But now they find it hard to grasp the depth of your unfolding. You didn't just get through that quiet season. You rose above the boundaries they imagined for you. You didn't change to gain approval. You changed because staying small felt like a cage for your inner self. And I watched over you. I kept you safe. I let them laugh for a while I got ready for you to step forward. Now they don't joke about you. They talk with strain, with quiet, with unsaid words and quick looks. Because the way you live now shows what isn't real in their own lives. You showed plainly that real strength doesn't need to be loud. It simply exists, causing others to re-examine what they thought was true. They didn't think you would stand tall. They thought you would fall apart. That's why their sadness is so deep. That's why they cry when no one is looking. They can't pretend you're not who you are now. They can't go back to thinking you didn't matter because every step you take forward reminds them you were never meant to be laughed at. They just didn't understand how important what I had planned for you was. And don't make yourself smaller to make them feel better now, my dear child. Don't lessen the journey you've been on. Don't lessen the brightness I put inside you. Because this is how things should be, not a way to get back at them, but the quiet calm that comes from living out what I meant for you. The kind that turns their former jokes into quiet thought and their harsh words into sadness. Now you are the example. And despite how much they want to turn away, you stay in their minds as a simple, clear truth that shows their past words were empty. You were meant to show them a clearer path. They saw you as a threat instead. You came not to scare them, but to offer safety. But they chose their own path instead of the safety I offered through your presence. You came into their lives with my light, my truth, and a spirit that could have healed them if they had let it. You weren't there to rule, direct, or fight them. My child, you came into that place with a different heart and a different way of understanding. I wanted you to bring a breath of fresh air to help them see things more clearly and to find a better path with you. But they weren't ready for plain. They weren't looking for peace or a way to move on from where they were. They just wanted to stay settled, and being settled often pushes back against anything that causes change, even if that change is for their own good. You were the still response to needs they didn't even know how to name. The soft push they missed because it didn't come with noise or notice. You didn't raise your voice. You didn't push through. You simply were there. Yet, simply being you showed them their own ways of acting. Your quiet peace unsettled their confusion. You didn't bring them pain. You brought them what is real. And what is real can be the most disturbing thing when someone is holding tight to a made-up world they like better. They saw you as a threat because they couldn't direct you, because your inner quiet didn't sway with their upset, because your clear seeing went right through their muddle. But my beloved, you weren't there to point out their failings. You were there to offer a way free, a warning. Now they can't deny the results of their choices. They are worried when no one is watching because the problems you warned them about have now shown up in their lives. The hard times you saw coming, the pain you tried to help them avoid, and the bad ways of doing things you told them to stop doing. You didn't come to bring trouble. You came to keep it away. And like those who don't listen to the sound of trouble coming, they chose their own path because they were too proud. They are now weighed down by what happened because they waited too long. They are having a hard time not because of outside things, but because of the heavy burden of their own sorrow for ignoring the one soul who saw what was ahead. You, my beloved one, who spoke quietly, moved simply, and cared truly. That is what disturbs them now. Deep inside, they know you were correct. You weren't something to fear. You were a road to security. You weren't what was wrong. You were the hand offered to help. But thinking too much of oneself speaks louder than good sense until quiet falls, until the difficult times arrive, until the place is bare, and the only sound is the memory of the words you spoke. And now they cannot go back. They cannot make what happened unhap. The struggles they face didn't happen because of you. They happened after you were gone from that place. Do not let their sadness or sorrow pull you back into that situation, my child. You completed what I intended for you there. You held out the light. You tried to lift them up, but not everyone is ready or willing to accept help. Some people would rather take the hard road than accept help. This is because they need to feel important, even if it means losing their calm. Let them feel their sadness. Now, let the still time show them what is real. The hard things they are going through were never your fault. You were the one who warned them, and they will remember that. They found joy in your troubles. Now they find it disturbing that you are moving forward. They may have felt happy when you were having a hard time. Now their calmness breaks when they see you are well. They didn't just step back quietly. They found pleasure in your struggles. Behind kind faces and quiet spaces, they inwardly felt glad when you met challenges. They were quick to accept the worst about you. They were quick to tell what seemed real, but came from their own wanting what you had. They didn't stand with you when you were. They were quick to tell what seemed real, but came from their own wanting what you had. They didn't stand with you when you were at your lowest. They were at their best. They were secretly hoping you wouldn't succeed. Your hard times were like a show for them, but here is what they didn't see coming, my beloved. You found strength again quietly, but it changed everything. You didn't try to get back at them. You didn't complain loudly about your problems. You didn't ask people to notice you. You found peace in still times and worked hard. They worked hard without needing thanks and walked ahead with a steady heart. When they see you now, my child, your very being, your life's path, it stirs unease within them. It's a persistent, difficult echo of what is real. You didn't simply endure. You grew beyond. Their unease isn't fear of you, my precious child, but seeing their own reflection clearly in the light of your achievements. Each step you take confirms that their resistance held no power over the path I set for you. Your increasing stature shows that my grace works strongly without public display. Perhaps they overlooked your stillness, but that stillness became your shield. While their words were hollow, you were changing within. While they were entertained, you were diligently working. And now you are someone they struggle to look upon because you mirror the person they refuse to be. In your difficult moments, they silently wished you would stay down. And now you show plainly that I witness what happens unseen and bring it into fairness. Because you didn't just rise up, you grew without tearing them down. This is what disturbs them the most. You didn't fight back, you didn't pull them down. You let my path guide someone who walks with intention, turning hardship into strength. Now they stay stuck in their own sense of not being enough, pretending not to notice. But my beloved one, you feel it. The truth in the air doesn't lie. It's not your brightness that upsets them. It's that it appeared without their permission. They are upset that the person they wanted to go away is now too clear to ignore. Let them stay in that place of anger. Let them stay where they were when they quietly celebrated your struggles. Because now, every time they see you, their discomfort isn't just on the surface. Their deepest self remembers that they wanted you to fail. Your life was never meant to be a story of their victory over your collapse. You were meant to be a lesson they wish they had learned. They didn't care about the very soul I sent to help them. You weren't a threat. You were the gift they didn't understand. You came with open hands, not to get something, but to give freely. You brought kindness, endurance, honesty, and a peaceful calm. You didn't want anything for yourself. You brought stillness, understanding, and a gentle mending woven into your words. You didn't just show concern. You provided shelter. You didn't just stay close. You stood firm in hard places for people who didn't even know their own strength. Trouble. You were the needed change, a guiding light, a gentle break in a cycle they couldn't break on their own. But they acted like you could be easily ignored. What they never understood, then or now, my love, is that you weren't sent to fight them. You were sent to set them free. You were their chance for safety, given to them with kindness, but they saw you as something small they could easily ignore. Now they are sad in private, but not because you're gone. It's because everything they chose over you isn't working for them. The connections they liked are now draining their energy. The ones they liked are far away, quiet, and not genuine. And the stability, the sense of being settled, and the peace they felt when you were near, it's all gone because it came from you. It always did. They didn't realize how valuable it was until it was gone. It's like burning the only bridge over a rising river. Now they're stuck in problems, wondering why things keep getting worse. You were the way out, the answer, the shelter they never appreciated. They chose their own path, thinking they were proving their worth. Now they are alone, surrounded by the very things they thought they could handle on their own, and nothing feels safe. My child, don't let sadness touch your heart about this. You weren't sent to beg for welcome in a place you were meant to grace with your being. You offered a way out of their repeating patterns, a voice that could have saved them long years of trouble, but they weren't ready to hear it. They thought your rising made them smaller and that your light showed the shadows in their own hearts. Let them face the consequences of what they called freedom, and let them deal with the same inner problems you tried to help them escape. Because the moment they stopped caring about what was important, the natural flow of things continued without my further step. And now they cry, not. They miss you, my dear child, but they also know they lost the one person who came not to hurt, but to bring wholeness to all the things they were afraid to face. They are not crying because you left. They are crying because they miss the person they could have been while you were close. Let me be clear, my dear. They were never really afraid of losing you. They were afraid of losing the person they were becoming when they were near you. Being near you showed them parts of themselves they weren't ready to see. Their own abilities, their own need to fix their own reality. You did more than just show concern. You gently pushed them. You did more than just uphold them. You helped them rise. And when they broke the bond, they didn't just turn from one soul. They turned away from a greater possibility inside themselves. Now they cry, not because they want you to be with them, my child, but because they are sad about the future they gave up by choosing fear over growth. You were like a mirror showing them a truth they couldn't stand to see. You showed them who they were, and harder still who I intended them to be. But instead of accepting the unease and stepping ahead, they turned away from it, from you, from all that was put in their path to lead them toward peace. And now that mirror is absent. They no longer see who they were before. They see what could have been. As they watch your life, they feel the distance, not just the miles, but the deep inner and spiritual gap that is now present. The space they made when they chose my child, you were helping them break free from old habits they said they didn't like, and patterns they felt stuck in. But they became scared, not of you, my dear child, but of the good change your presence brought. They are sad now not because you are gone, but because they missed the chance, the opening, the breakthrough, the light that was right in front of them until they closed the door tightly. They thought they were setting boundaries, but they were really blocking. They thought that leaving would show strength. But now they sit quietly, troubled by the part of themselves that only seemed to exist when you were near. And hear this clearly, my child. Your worth was never about anything you gave them outwardly. It was about the spark you helped awaken within them. You were a calm presence wrapped in care, a sense of purpose found in peace, a reflection not to please them, but to show them what was real. And what causes them pain now is that they ended the connection that showed them a path they were too scared to take. Let them sit with that knowledge. Let them cry not because you're gone, but because they will not become the person they could have been without your influence. You were a turning point for them. Now they are walking in circles while you, my beloved, move forward with a quiet ease they can't even understand. They didn't just lose you. They lost the chance to become a better version of themselves that they were starting to find. My child, the path you are now walking is not about. You don't need to prove anything to them or get their attention. You are simply becoming who you were always meant to be, free from the limits that others tried to put on you. Their sadness is not a measure of your worth, my dear, but a measure of their own inability to embrace the chance for change when it was right in front of them. Don't let their regret become a chain that pulls you back into their space of trouble. You are now completely free from their influence. Their opinions do not hold you back, held back by their past actions. The quiet strength you have now was built up in moments they never saw, when they thought you were weak. Now that you know this new truth, live fully in the light of it. Walk with a clear step, knowing that every good thing that comes into your life is not a reward for going through hard times, but the natural result of staying true to the inner knowing I placed within you. Let the peace that settled within you during those quiet times be the foundation for every step ahead. You don't need to seek understanding or validation from those who turned away. Their perspective was limited by their own inner state, and you were never meant to fit into their small view of what was possible. Focus now on the horizon before you, my precious child. The road is clearer, the air is lighter, and the opportunities are aligned with your true being. Every experience, every connection, every quiet moment of knowing is part of the unfolding purpose. This is a path built on authenticity, resilience, and the quiet power that comes from a soul stopping trying to get approval from others and just being. This is the essence of the strength they now see but can't touch. It's not a strength that comes from fighting or beating others, but one that comes from deep within, from a steady connection to the truth of who you are. Their sadness is a result of their own choices, my dear one. It's a natural result of turning away from something genuine and life-giving. It is not your burden to carry or your problem to solve. Your responsibility was to walk in the light I gave you, to trust the quiet guidance, and to allow the hidden work within you to come forth when the time was right. And that time is now. Your presence is a quiet declaration of truth, a living example that resonates far beyond words or actions. So let them sit with their discomfort. Let them grapple with the understanding that arrived too late. Your journey continues, guided not by. You are not defined by the past or limited by the perceptions of others. You are free to walk the path I have laid out, knowing that every step is purposeful and every moment is held in my care. This is your time, my beloved child, to simply be the person I created you to be without apology or explanation. My child, you have journeyed with me through these words, your spirit attuned to the truth. Your heart's response, that deep knowing, is a sign of your divine path. You are not walking this road alone, my beloved one. You are part of a chosen remnant, those who are called to hear clearly in this crucial season. This moment holds a specific significance, a divine timing for action and deeper revelation. I give you this assignment now, my child. Let this message sink in and change you. Let your involvement with this sacred work show that you are in line with it. Support this word so that it can reach others who are looking for the light. When I call you again, come back, because there are more depths to explore and more peace to find within me. Go forth, my child, surrounded by my light and protection.